Hey, what's up guys? So this is going to be a deck profile video on my Donphan Cincino, I think that's how you pronounce this card, deck. And it's kind of it's a pretty fun deck to play. It's not the most competitive deck out there by any means, but it can hold its own, and it's actually going to get a lot better when the next set comes out. With all the new fighting cards, and also a lot of decks are going to be hit by Seismitoad EX with its attack for a DCE. It basically blocks all item cards like Trevenant or Gothitelle. So basically, this deck's going to be a lot better next set, and it's already pretty good right now. So anyways, on to the list. So for the Pokemon, we have Donphan, a 3/3 line. Basically, you're going to use Donphan's spinning turn attack, 40 damage for 1 fighting energy, pretty good, and switch into Cincino. Cincino has the ability Smooth Coat. Basically, anytime he gets hit, flip a coin, and if you get heads, then prevent the damage. Now, of course, special conditions and stuff still go through, but still, 50% chance to prevent damage is actually really, really good. No matter how much damage they would have done, all of it goes away if you flip a head. So that's really good. And even if they do kill it, it's only 1 prize, and it's not like it's that hard to, it's just a stage 1 with a float stone on it. So it's not really the end of the world. And then we also have Sigilif, just as another option. If they have an EX out, then you can just switch into that instead of Cincino, and then you're guaranteed to not take damage. And then we also have Jirachi, just because it's good for consistency. We're running 4 level balls anyways, so it just kind of makes sense. And then we have Donphan's second attack, which is Wreck, 80 damage, and if there's a stadium in play, it does 60 more damage, and you discard the stadium card. So this is actually not very hard to power up, even without any energy acceleration. Just 2 fighting energies and a DCE. It's not that bad, and in the meantime, you can just spinning turn and rack up some pretty good damage with that. So that's basically the Pokemon, and so we run 4 Floatstone, just to put Floatstones on Sigilif and Cincino. And I run 4 Silver Bangle, probably overkill, but I want to make sure I have them, and there's not really any point in running Muscle Band, because the way I see it, Wreck is going to do 140, and then plus 30 for the Silver Bangle is 170, and with a Muscle Band it would be 160, and there's not really any point to do 160 damage, like 140, 160, not really any difference, but 140, 170 is a big difference, because a lot of EXs have 170 HP. Now, it is a little tough to knock out 180 HP EXs, unfortunately, but like I said, with the next set, that'll become less of an issue. And also, Yveltal has resistance to fighting, so I do run Magnetic Storm. Gets rid of resistances. It doesn't really matter what the stadium is, since it's going to get removed with Wreck anyways, so might as well just do that to prevent Yveltal from being annoying. And then I also run Pokemon Center, just pretty basic. You can heal your Cincinos up and Sigilifs and whatnot. And Asperia City Gym also makes Cincino a little bit harder to knock out, so that even if I do flip a Tails, they're still going to need to do 110 damage to knock him out. So that just is a little bit more annoying for them. And then I also run a Skyro Bridge, just, I guess, in case I don't get the Float Stone, I could still get Free Retreat on Cincino and Sigilif. yeah, that's basically it. We run 4 Juniper, 4 N, and a Lysandre and a Chorus, and a Skyla for our supporters. Pretty basic. Energy is just 8 fighting and 4 DCE. And I do also run a Cassius. I just like to run it with Jirachi. It's not important at all. And yeah, and I also have another build that I want to show, which basically just uses Trevenant instead of Cincino. I usually like Cincino better for whatever reason, but this is an option as well. So it's basically the same, except for with Trevenant instead. Of course, he has the ability Forest Curse. Just they can't play any item cards, so that can be pretty annoying for them. And you know, you switch into that with Spinning Turn so that Donphan doesn't get hit at all still. But still, Trevenant doesn't have a whole lot of HP, so I kind of like Cincino better, but it's, you know, they're both pretty good. And then, for whatever reason, in this build, I also have Cresselia EX. That one's pretty good as well. Just basically something to switch into. It only has 1 retreat cost, and it has the ability Sparkling Particles, heal 10 damage in between turns. So he's kind of good, but not that great because Mewtwo can still easily knock him out because of the weakness. And we have our Sigilifts as well. So basically the same build, just with Trevenant instead. That's an option if you want to do it that way. And there's other things you can switch into as well. I just think Cincino or Trevenant is probably the best with this build, but it really is quite good. Donphan can do some serious damage, and it can be really annoying for a lot of opponents. So anyways, that is the build. Give me any suggestions, any feedback, and yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.